Welcome to English Starline. What if I told you a billionaire slept in his office for 3 years straight? Would you believe it? That's Elon Musk, and he's just getting started. How about this? Can you imagine coding a world-changing website in your pajamas for weeks? Mark Zuckerberg did exactly that. 2 billionaires, 2 insane visions. Whose future will you pick? Picture rockets roaring into space. Could Musk really die on Mars like he dreams? Then flip to virtual reality. Would you trade your life for Zuckerberg's digital universe? These aren't just rich guys. They're rewriting what's possible. Did you know both ditched their PhD programs to chase wild ideas? Shocking, right? But here's the twist. Musk builds rockets and cars you can touch, while Zuck crafts social media and VR you can't hold. Real world or digital dream? Which grabs you? What if Musk's next rocket lands you on Mars, or Zuck's VR traps you in a headset forever? By the end of this video, you'll choose. Is your future glowing in stardust or pulsing in computer code? Buckle up. This ride's about to get wild. Part 1. The Highlight Reel. Let's kick things off with their greatest hits, because these men didn't just make money, they turned the world upside down. Imagine a guy so obsessed with space that he taught himself rocket science by reading textbooks on vacation. That's Elon Musk for you. No fancy degree, just pure grit. He didn't stop there, though. He built SpaceX and shocked everyone with reusable rockets. Think about it. Rockets that blast off, then land back on Earth like something from a sci-fi movie. Crazy, right? Then there's Tesla. Electric cars that don't just drive, they scream into the future. Oh, and Neuralink, brain chips. Yes, chips in your brain to connect you to machines. Can you picture yourself controlling a computer with your thoughts? Musk can. He once said, "When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds aren't in your favor." That's the fire driving him. He's not just dreaming. He's pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Every rocket launch, every Tesla speeding down the road, it's like he's shouting, "The future is now." How does that make you feel? Inspired? A little scared? Hold on, because we're just warming up. Now flip the script. Meet Mark Zuckerberg. What if I told you this guy learned Mandarin, a whole new language, just to chat with his wife's family? And then, get this, he did a 1-hour interview in Chinese. Who does that? Zuck does. He's the mastermind behind Facebook, a platform so big it connects 3 billion people. 3 billion! That's almost half the planet clicking, liking, and sharing. But he didn't stop there. He's building Meta, a company betting everything on virtual reality worlds. Imagine slipping on a headset and stepping into a digital life. Work, games, friends, all in VR. Wild, huh? Then there's Internet.org, his project to bring free internet to poor countries. He's not just making tech, he's trying to connect everyone. Zuck once said, "Move fast and break things. Unless you're breaking stuff, you're not moving fast enough." That's his style, smashing limits, building bridges, and racing toward tomorrow. Does that sound like a guy who's changing history? You bet it does. Let's zoom in on what they've done. Musk revolutionized space travel. That word, revolutionized, means he flipped it upside down, made it new. Those reusable rockets? They're cheaper, smarter, and sustainable. Sustainable means they help the planet last longer, and Musk is all about that. He's a pioneer. Someone who leads the way where no one's been. Tesla's electric cars disrupt the old gas-guzzling world. Disrupt means shaking things up, breaking the rules. Meanwhile, Zuck's a pioneer too, but in a different way. He connects people like never before. Facebook didn't just grow, it exploded, tying the world together with a click. And Meta? That's his next disruption. Virtual reality could change how we live, work, even dream. Two guys, two paths. One blasts into the stars, the other codes a new reality. Which one grabs you more? Think about their words for a second. Musk says he wants to push the boundaries of what's possible. Picture that. Boundaries are like walls, and he's smashing through them with every rocket, every wild idea. Zuck's got a different vibe. He wants to bring the world closer together. Imagine everyone linked up, sharing stories, laughing at the same videos, no matter where they are. One's reaching out to the universe, the other's pulling us in tight. Can you feel the difference? Musk's out there chasing the impossible while Zuck's building a web we're all caught in. Both are incredible, but they hit you in totally different ways. So how did they get here? How do two college dropouts, guys who said no to fancy degrees, end up as tech gods? It's not luck. It's not just money. It's something deeper. Musk taught himself everything, from coding to rockets, because he couldn't stop asking, what's next? Zuck saw a gap, people wanting to connect, and he filled it with code, hustle, and a little chaos. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't follow the rules. They made their own, and that's what makes their stories so electric. You're about to hear how they started, where they came from, and what drove them to these insane heights. Their highlight reels, they're just the beginning. Musk's rockets and Zuck's networks, they're not done yet. But how did they climb this high? Let's rewind their stories and find out. First up, we'll dig into Mark Zuckerberg's journey. From a kid coding in his room to a billionaire breaking all the rules. Ready? Let's go. Part 2. Background of Mark Zuckerberg. Imagine a 12-year-old kid sitting at a computer, typing away like a wizard. That's Mark Zuckerberg, way back when he was just a boy. What if I told you he was already a coding prodigy? A prodigy means someone super young who's crazy good at something, and Zuck was that guy. At 12, he built a program called ZuckNet. It let his family chat between computers at home and his dad's office. Wild, right? Most kids are playing games at that age, but Zuck was inventing them. Fast forward to 17 and he's at it again. He created something called Synapse, an AI music tool that learned what songs you liked and made playlists for you. Think about that. An AI picking your tunes before Spotify even existed. People loved it so much that big companies offered to buy it. But Zuck? He said no. He wasn't in it for the cash yet. He was just having fun, pushing his brain to see what it could do. Then came college, Harvard, one of the fanciest schools around. But guess what? He didn't stay long. He dropped out. Can you believe it? Here's how it went down. At Harvard, Zuck got into some trouble with his first big idea, a site called FaceMash. Did you know he built it in one night? It pulled photos of students, put them side by side, and let people vote on who was hotter. Sounds fun, huh? Except he didn't ask permission to use those pictures. The school freaked out, students got mad, and Zuck almost got kicked out. But that little scandal didn't stop him. It lit a fire. He saw how much people loved connecting online, even if it was messy. So, in his dorm room, surrounded by pizza boxes and soda cans, he started coding something new. That something? Facebook. It launched in 2004, and boom, it took off like a rocket. First, it was just for Harvard kids. Then it spread to other schools. Then the whole world jumped in. Today, billions use it. Billions, all from a dorm room idea. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Zuck's famous line, "Move fast and break things," tells you a lot. He didn't care about being perfect. He wanted to grow fast, try stuff, and fix it later. That's how he rolled. Algorithms powered Facebook. Those are like secret recipes in the code that decide what you see. They made it addictive, kept you scrolling. But breaking things? Oh, he broke plenty. Privacy became a big problem. People started asking, "Hey, what's happening to my info?" Zuck didn't always have good answers. Early on, he even said something wild. "A squirrel dying in your front yard is more relevant than people dying in Africa." Ouch. He was young, maybe clueless, but that quote stuck. It showed how he thought back then, focused on what's close, not always what's big. People still bring it up when they talk about his scandals. What do you think? Fair or harsh? Fast forward, and Zuck's not just about Facebook anymore. He's dreaming bigger, way bigger. Enter the Metaverse. Heard of it? It's his next frontier, a virtual reality world where you can work, play, even live through an avatar. Slip on a headset and suddenly you're somewhere else. He renamed his whole company Meta to bet on this future. Imagine that. A guy who started with a dorm room app now wants to build a digital universe. He's pouring billions into it, saying it's the next internet. Does that excite you or freak you out? Maybe both? He's also got a softer side, though. Philanthropy, giving back, is part of his story. He and his wife promised to donate most of their money to fix things like diseases and education. That's billions of dollars for good causes. Pretty cool, huh? Zuck's journey is nuts when you think about it. From a kid messing with computers to a billionaire shaping how we connect. He once said, "The biggest risk is not taking any risk." That's him in a nutshell, jumping in, even when it's scary. Face Smash got him in hot water, but it led to Facebook. Facebook's privacy messes got him grilled by governments, but it pushed him to the Metaverse. Every stumble, every fight, he kept moving. He's not loud or flashy. He's quiet, almost robotic. But his brain's always spinning. How does a guy like that go from a dorm room to a tech god? It's all about risk, speed, and a little chaos. Next up, we'll flip to Elon Musk's story. Another dropout, another wild ride. But while Zuck coded his way to power, Musk blasted off in a whole different direction. Ready to hear how? Let's rewind his tape and see what makes him tick. Part 3. Background of Elon Musk. Picture a kid growing up in South Africa surrounded by books, not friends. That's Elon Musk, way back when his story began. What if I told you he was bullied so badly as a child that he still remembers the pain? Rough start, right? But even then, he was different. At 12 years old, 12, he coded his first video game called Blastar. It was a space shooter, simple but smart, and he sold it for $500. Can you imagine selling something you made at that age? Most kids are kicking a ball around, but Musk was already an entrepreneur, a person who builds businesses out of big ideas. That game was just the spark. His brain was wired for more, and he couldn't wait to chase it. Fast forward a bit, he's 17 and ready to leave South Africa. Why? He didn't want to join the army there, and he had bigger dreams. So he emigrated, moved to a new country, starting in Canada. Picture this. A teenager lands in a strange place, crashing with relatives, working odd jobs like cleaning barns. Not glamorous, huh? But Musk kept pushing. He made it to the USA, studied at university, and started dreaming about tech that could change everything. His first big win? A company called Zip2. It was like an early Google Maps, helping people find businesses online. He sold it for millions in 1999. Millions. He was just 28. Then came XCOM, which turned into PayPal. Ever use PayPal to buy something? That's Musk's fingerprints. He helped make online money easy. He sold that too, pocketing even more cash. But here's the thing. He didn't stop to chill. He took that money and bet it all on crazier ideas. Enter SpaceX. What if I told you Musk started a rocket company with zero experience, just a pile of textbooks and a wild hunch? That's rocketry, building spaceships, and he taught himself how. In 2002, he launched SpaceX to make space travel cheaper. But it wasn't easy. The first 3 rockets, they failed, crashed, burned, gone. Bankruptcy loomed. Running out of money was so close he could feel it. Can you imagine pouring everything into a dream, watching it explode, and still saying, "I'm not done"? That's Musk. In 2008, the 4th rocket finally worked. It reached orbit and NASA called with a huge contract. SpaceX was saved. Today, it's launching reusable rockets, like spaceships that fly back home. He's got his eyes on a Mars colony, a whole city on the red planet. Mars. He wants humans to live there, not just visit. Does that sound insane or amazing to you? Then there's Tesla. Electric cars weren't cool until Musk got involved. He jumped into Tesla in 2004, not as the founder, but as the guy who made it huge. Picture this. Sleek cars, no gas, just power and speed. He almost lost it all in 2013. Tesla was bleeding cash. Did you know he nearly sold it to Google for $11 billion? Last minute he said no. Gutsy move. He fixed it instead, and now Tesla's a giant. He once said, "Failing is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough." That's his vibe. Crash, learn, keep going. Failure's just a step, not a stop. What do you think? Would you risk it all like that? Musk's story is a roller coaster. Born in a tough place, bullied, then bouncing between countries with nothing but a brain full of ideas. He shoots for the stars, literally. Another line he loves? Shoot for the stars. Even if you miss, you'll land on the moon. It's cheesy, but it fits. Zip2 got him started, PayPal made him rich, but SpaceX and Tesla, they made him a legend. And he's not done. Neuralink's cooking brain chips, the Boring Company's digging tunnels. Every idea's huge, risky nuts. He almost went broke more than once, but he kept swinging. Why? Because sitting still isn't his style. He's that kid who sold a game at 12, just older, bolder, and aiming way higher. Rewind his life and you see the pattern. He doesn't wait for permission. South Africa to Canada to the USA, he moved fast. Coding to rockets to cars, he learns faster. Failure after failure, he fights hardest. Musk's not just a tech guy, he's a force. Next, we'll stack him up against Zuck. One's blasting to Mars, the other's coding a virtual world. How did a bullied kid from South Africa turn into this? It's all about grit, guts, and a little madness. Ready to see how their visions clash? Let's roll into the comparison and find out what's next. Part 4. Vision for the future. So, what's the future look like? Buckle up, because Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg have 2 totally different answers, and they're both mind-blowing. Let's start with Musk. What if I told you he wants to turn humans into an interplanetary species? Interplanetary means living on more than one planet, and Musk is dead serious about it. He's dreaming of cities on Mars, actual cities. Picture this: red dust under your feet, domes glowing with lights, people walking around like it's normal. He's not just talking about a quick trip. He wants us to move there, build lives there. Why? He says Earth's too fragile. Climate crisis, disasters, you name it. Musk thinks Mars is our backup plan. SpaceX is his weapon, firing rockets to make it real. He's even got plans to fight climate change here. Tesla's electric cars and solar power are part of that. Sustainable living, Mars colonies. It's like he's building a sci-fi movie we can step into. Can you imagine packing up for Mars? What would you bring? Now flip the script. Here's Zuckerberg. What if your future wasn't on another planet but inside a computer? Zuck's betting big on the Metaverse, a virtual reality life where you're not just watching a screen, you're in it. Slip on a headset and boom, you've got an avatar. That's your digital self, walking around in a world that's all code. Work meetings? In VR. Hanging with friends? In VR. Even your office could be a simulation, a fake but real feeling place. Meta's pouring billions into this, saying it's the next internet. Imagine this. Instead of scrolling Facebook, you're living inside it, chatting, gaming, exploring. Zuck thinks this is how we'll connect in the future, a digital frontier where distance doesn't matter. Does that sound cool or creepy to you? Would you trade your real life for a virtual one? Let's break it down. Musk's vision is physical. Rockets blasting off, cars humming on highways, Mars glowing red in the sky. He's all about touching the stars. He once said, "Earth is the cradle of humanity, but you can't stay in the cradle forever." Think about that. Earth's our baby bed, and he's ready to kick us out into the universe. It's bold, risky, and a little nuts. He's solving real problems: climate crisis with clean energy, survival with Mars. Innovation drives him, new ideas, new worlds. But it's not easy. Rockets crash, Tesla stumbles, and Mars, it's still a dream. Still, he keeps pushing, like a mad scientist with a heart. How does that hit you? Ready to join him on the red planet? Zuck's vision? It's the opposite. Digital, not physical. No dusty Mars boots here. Just a headset and a virtual handshake. His metaverse is about shrinking the world, not leaving it. Work from anywhere, meet anyone, be anyone, all through an avatar. He calls it the next frontier, like he's an explorer in a computer. Innovation's his game too, but it's coded, not built. Imagine a meeting where your boss is a cartoon lion because that's his avatar. Funny, right? Or maybe scary if it glitches. Zuck's already got billions on Facebook, and he's using that to fuel this VR leap. But here's the catch. It's a simulation. It's not real dirt under your nails, it's pixels. Does that feel like the future to you, or just a fancy game? Stack them up, and it's wild how different they are. Musk wants to save humanity by spreading us out. Earth's too small, too shaky. His fix is out there in space with tech you can see and touch. Zuck wants to save us by pulling us in, making the world so connected we don't need to leave our rooms. His fix is in here in VR with tech you feel through a screen. Musk's fighting the climate crisis with solar panels and electric engines. Zuck's dodging it by building a digital escape. One's interplanetary, one's virtual, two flavors of crazy. Which grabs you more? Musk's starry-eyed Mars colony or Zuck's headset hug? Think about it. Musk's future could mean your kids grow up staring at two suns, one on Earth, one on Mars. Zucks could mean they grow up with two lives, one real, one virtual. Both are innovation at max speed, new ideas smashing old limits. Musk's got rockets roaring, Zuck's got code humming. One's loud and dusty, the other's sleek and shiny. What if Musk nails it, and we're all Martians in 50 years? What if Zuck wins, and we're avatars by then? Or what if they both flop and we're stuck right here? Either way, their visions are a roller coaster, exciting, scary, huge. Next, we'll dig into how they lead. Musk's chaos versus Zuck's calm. It's another clash you won't believe. Ready to see who's the wilder boss? Let's roll! Part 5. Leadership Style. Let's talk about how these two run the show, because Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg couldn't lead more differently. Picture Musk as a chaotic genius. What if I told you he once fired a bunch of employees over email, like poof, gone, no warning? That's Musk. He's the guy tweeting memes at 3 a.m., cracking jokes while his companies teeter on the edge. Chaotic means wild, messy, unpredictable, and that's him in a nutshell. He's not afraid to shake things up. Take Tesla. He'll push workers to the limit, sleeping on the factory floor himself to get cars out the door. Or SpaceX. When rockets fail, he's right there, yelling, tweaking, making it work. He once said, "I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to get things done." Feel that energy? It's raw, intense, like a storm you can't look away from. Does that sound like a boss you'd follow or run from? Now flip to Zuckerberg. What if your leader was a data-driven robot? That's Zuck. Calm, cool, almost too perfect. He doesn't fire people with wild emails. He sits back, analyzes numbers, and decides. Data-driven means every move comes from stats, charts, graphs, algorithms. Those secret code recipes, they're his superpower. At Facebook, he'd tweak the site based on what kept people clicking, cold, calculated, precise. Even with Meta, he's not shouting from the rooftops. He's quietly building the Metaverse, step by step, all based on what the data says works. He once said, "In a world that's changing quickly, the only strategy guaranteed to fail is not taking risks." Sounds bold, right? But he delivers it like a robot reading a script. No drama, just facts. Would you trust a guy like that to lead you? Let's zoom in on Musk's chaos. Imagine this. He tweets something bonkers, like calling a diver a pedo guy, and the internet explodes. Controversy follows him like a shadow. His employees, they've got stories of 80-hour weeks, sudden firings, and Musk barking orders like a mad scientist. But here's the kicker. It works. Tesla went from near bankruptcy to a trillion-dollar company. SpaceX landed rockets when everyone said it couldn't be done. That chaos fuels innovation. He thrives when it's messy. He's even memed his way into fans' hearts, posting goofy pics while launching satellites. Transparency? Sort of. He's loud, unfiltered, but you never know what's next. Does that sound thrilling or terrifying? Maybe both. Zuck's the total opposite. Picture a boardroom. He's there, hoodie on, voice flat, laying out plans like a chess master. No memes, no midnight rants, just data. When Facebook hit privacy scandals, he didn't lash out. He testified to Congress, calm as ice, promising fixes based on numbers. Algorithms run his world, deciding what you see, who stays, who goes. At Meta, he's the same, quietly steering VR into reality, every choice backed by stats. Transparency? Not really. He's private, guarded, like a vault. People call him robotic because he doesn't flare up. He calculates. Does that feel steady or stiff to you? Could you work for someone so locked in? Stack them up, and it's fire versus ice. Musk's leadership is a roller coaster, fast, loud, crashing through walls. He's the guy who'll email, "You're out," then tweet a meme about it. He pushes teams past breaking points, but they deliver miracles: rockets, cars, brain chips. That chaotic vibe, it's his edge. He doesn't care if you like him. He wants results. Zuck's a machine, smooth, steady, crunching data like it's lunch. He doesn't yell. He adjusts the algorithm and watches the world shift. His teams don't burn out. They hum along, building empires like Facebook and Meta. One's a whirlwind, the other's a calculator. Which style pumps you up more? Think about the vibe. Musk's chaos can feel alive. Tweets at 3 a.m. show he's human, messy, real. But it's risky. Firings and flops hit hard. Zuck's calm feels safe. Data doesn't panic, doesn't fail big. But it's distant. Where's the heart? Musk once lost it over a failed rocket, then nailed the next one. Zuck faced a scandal, adjusted the code, and kept rolling. Both get stuff done, but how they lead flips the script. Musk's get things done attitude is a battle cry. Zuck's not taking risks is a quiet promise. One's a meme lord, the other's a data king, wildly different, wildly effective. What if you worked for them? Musk might fire you for a typo, then high-five you when the rocket lands. Zuck might never look up from his screen, but your job's secure if the numbers add up. Leadership's their secret sauce. Musk's chaos births breakthroughs. Zuck's calm scales giants. Next, we'll hit their public image, how the world sees these two. Mad scientist versus robot in a hoodie, it's another clash that'll blow your mind. Ready to dive in? Let's go! Part 6, Public Image. Let's talk about how the world sees these two, because Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg aren't just tech giants, they're walking headlines. Picture Musk as a mad scientist, wild hair, wilder ideas, stirring up drama like it's his job. What if I told you his Twitter feed's a roller coaster of memes, rants, and random thoughts? One day he's tweeting about colonizing Mars. The next he's joking about buying Coca-Cola to bring back the original recipe. People eat it up. But it's not all laughs. He's controversial. Means he sparks fights. Remember when he smoked weed on a podcast? The internet lost it. Some called him a rebel, others a reckless fool. Or that time he tweeted Tesla stock was too high, and it crashed. Billions wiped out just like that. Love him or hate him, you can't look away. Does that sound like a genius or a loose cannon to you? Now flip to Zuckerberg. What if your public image was robot in a hoodie? That's Zuck. Quiet, stiff, like he's programmed to smile. He's not out there tweeting chaos. He's dodging scandals in a calm, creepy way. Think about it. Facebook's privacy messes, like Cambridge Analytica, where data got snatched, painted him as the bad guy. People joked he's a lizard, a robot, anything but human. He faced Congress, sitting there blank-faced, answering questions like a machine. No memes, no outbursts, just a hoodie and a stare. His image? It's tied to scandal, privacy breaches, fake news, all that noise. But he keeps saying, "We're here to connect the world, not just build an app." Does that feel real to you, or just a polished line? Let's dig into Musk's mad scientist vibe. He's got authenticity, realness, that pulls fans in. Twitter's his megaphone. 200 million followers watching him vent, dream, troll. He once tweeted, "I'm just trying to think about the future and not be sad." Raw, right? People see a guy who's flawed, divorces, fights, flops, but keeps swinging. His Tesla stunts, like launching a car into space, scream, "Look at me." Controversy's his shadow. Calling a rescuer a pedo guy got him sued. Tweeting about unions got him slammed. Yet fans cheer. He's the underdog who lands rockets. Transparency? Sort of. He's open but unpredictable. Does that make him a hero or a headache? Zuck's image is tighter, slicker, colder. He's not authentic like Musk. He's guarded. No wild tweets, just scripted posts about Meta or his kids. Scandals define him. When Facebook leaked data, he didn't cry or rage. He apologized, flat and fast. People meme him hard. Robot Zuck, sipping water awkwardly in hearings. Remember when he live-streamed himself grilling meat looking stiff? Funny but odd. Transparency's not his thing. He hides behind PR, dodging the mess. Still, he pushes that connect the world line like a salesman who won't quit. Does that feel genuine or like a mask? Stack them up. It's chaos versus control. Musk's public image is a wildfire, spreading fast, burning bright, sometimes scorching him. Twitter's his playground. Memes like Doge to the moon, pump crypto, then crash it. He's the mad scientist cooking up Neuralink or tweeting about tunnels. Fans call him a visionary. Haters say he's a clown. Either way, he's in your face. Love the drama or not. Zuck's a shadow, quiet, looming, dodging the spotlight. Scandals like WhatsApp leaks or VR flops stick to him, but he shrugs, hoodie on, promising connection. Musk's loud authenticity clashes with Zuck's silent polish. One's a meme, the other's a mystery. Think about the vibe. Musk's not be sad tweet hits like a punch. He's human, messy, dreaming big. Zuck's connect the world sounds noble but flat. Where's the soul? Musk's Tesla car in space? Iconic. Zuck's VR demos? Sleek but sterile. Controversy dogs them both. Musk's tweets spark lawsuits. Zuck's scandals spark outrage. Yet Musk owns it, while Zuck deflects. Public image isn't just PR, it's how they live. Musk's a rocket-firing rock star. Zuck's a code-writing ghost. Which sticks with you more? What if Musk tweets himself into oblivion? Or Zuck's next scandal sinks Meta? Musk's fans forgive. He's real, warts and all. Zuck's critics pounce. He's too slick, too robotic. Both are legends, but the world sees them through wild lenses. Musk's mad scientist could crash or soar. Zuck's hoodie robot could connect or crumble. Next, we'll hit the English learning part. Grammar, vocab, all tied to these two. Ready to talk like Musk or Zuck? Let's roll. Part 7. English Learning Focus. Now it's time to boost your English, because Musk and Zuck aren't just tech titans, they're your ticket to learning. Let's dive into some grammar and vocab that'll make you sound smart, inspired by their wild stories. First up, the present perfect tense. This is how we talk about achievements that started in the past and still matter today. Take Musk. He's launched over 200 rockets with SpaceX. So we say, Musk has launched over 200 rockets. That has launched shows it's not just old news, it's a big deal now. Or Zuck. Zuckerberg has connected 3 billion people with Facebook. Feel that? It's past action, present power. Try it yourself. Say something you've done lately. Maybe, I have watched this video to learn English. Easy, right? It's perfect for bragging about what you've accomplished, just like these guys. Next, let's play with comparative adjectives, words that compare two things. Musk and Zuck are different, so this fits like a glove. Check this. Zuck is more reserved than Musk. Reserved means quiet, shy, and Zuck's all data, no drama, while Musk's tweeting chaos at 3 a.m. Or how about, Musk is crazier than Zuck? Crazier means more wild, and Musk's Mars dreams definitely out-crazy Zuck's VR worlds. Want more? SpaceX is more exciting than Meta. Exciting's the base word. More exciting compares. You try. Compare two things you know. Maybe, my friend is taller than me. See how it works? It's fun to stack stuff up just like we're doing with these tech kings. Now, vocab review. Let's hit some big words from their stories. First, revolutionized. Musk revolutionized space travel with reusable rockets. Means he flipped it upside down, made it new. Say it with me. Revolutionized. Next, algorithm. Zuck's all about algorithms, those secret code recipes deciding what you see on Facebook. Algorithm. Got it? Then sustainable. Musk's Tesla cars are sustainable, helping the planet last longer. Sustainable. Smooth, right? How about disrupt? Both guys disrupt stuff. Musk shakes up cars, Zuck shakes up social media. Disrupt, short and punchy. Last one, innovation. Musk's rockets and Zuck's Metaverse? Pure innovation. New ideas smashing old limits. Innovation. Say it loud. These words aren't just fancy, they're how these guys think. Which one's your favorite? Let's practice some phrases too. Musk loves to push the boundaries of what's possible. Imagine him saying that as a rocket blasts off. Cool, huh? Try it. I want to push the boundaries of my English. Feels bold. Zuck's got, bring the world closer together. That's his Facebook vibe, connecting everyone. Say, I'll bring my friends closer together with a party. See? You're stealing their lines. These phrases aren't just words, they're power moves. Pick one and use it today. Tell me in your head how it goes. Time for a role-play scenario. Pretend you're pitching a tech idea to Musk or Zuck. Picture this. You're in front of Musk, heart racing. You say, Mr. Musk, my app uses solar power to charge phones. It'll push the boundaries of what's possible. He might grin, tweet about it, or fire you on the spot. Chaotic, right? Now try Zuck. Mr. Zuckerberg, my VR game has a global impact. It'll bring the world closer together. He'd nod, check the data, and maybe fund it. Which boss scares you more? Grab those phrases, push boundaries or global impact, and pitch your own idea. Maybe, my robot cleans houses for a sustainable future. Fun, huh? You're talking like a tech star now. Let's wrap this up with a quick recap. Present perfect. Musk has built Tesla into a giant. Comparative adjectives. Zuck is calmer than Musk. Vocab. Revolutionized. Algorithm. Sustainable. Disrupt. Innovation. Big words, big vibes. Phrases. Push the boundaries for Musk. Bring the world closer for Zuck. You've got tools to sound sharp and tell stories like they do. How does that feel? Ready to chat about tech or your own dreams? This stuff sticks because it's tied to their wild lives. Musk's rockets, Zuck's code. Practice it and you'll glow like them. Next up, we'll hit the conclusion. tying it all together with a bang. But before we go, try this. Say, I have learned English from Musk and Zuck, and it's more fun than I thought. That's present perfect and a comparative. Boom, you nailed it. Ready to wrap this up and pick your winner? Let's roll into the end. Brief conclusion. So here we are, the big finish. After all this, who wins the tech crown? Musk with his rockets roaring to Mars, or Zuck with his virtual worlds pulling us in? Here's the twist. The real winner is you. That's right, you. Because these two aren't just fighting for bragging rights. Their competition means faster innovation for all of us. Think about it. Musk's pushing electric cars and space travel, stuff you might use someday. Zuck's building a metaverse that could change how you work or play. They're racing, and we're the ones getting the prizes. Cool tech, wild ideas, a future that's coming fast. Doesn't that feel exciting? You don't have to pick a side, you just get to enjoy the ride. Let's rewind what we've seen. Musk, the chaotic genius, blasting off with SpaceX and Tesla, dreaming of Mars colonies. Zuck, the data-driven master, coding Facebook and Meta, betting on a virtual life. One's a mad scientist tweeting memes. The other's a hoodie robot dodging scandals. Musk wants us interplanetary. Zuck wants us connected in VR. Their leadership? Chaos versus calm. Their visions? Stardust versus computer code. Every step, every rocket, every algorithm pushes us forward. You've learned their stories, their words, even their English tricks. So what's the score? It's a tie, because their battle keeps the future buzzing. Now your turn. Let's get you in on this. Smash that like button if you're pumped for space, rockets, Mars, all that starry stuff. Or drop a VR in the comments if you're Team Meta, ready to dive into virtual reality. Can't decide? Tell me why. And if you love this ride, Zuck's dorm room hustle, Musk's wild rocket fails, hit subscribe for more tech stories. I've got plenty coming. Big dreamers, crazy ideas, all in English you can steal for yourself. What's your favorite part so far? Musk sleeping in his office or Zuck coding in pajamas? Let's hear it. Before we go, chew on these questions. Which quote fires you up more? Musk's, do it even if the odds aren't in your favor, that gritty, never quit vibe? Or Zuck's move fast and break things, that speedy, smash the rules energy? Say it out loud. Feel which one hits you harder. And here's a big one. Would you rather live on Mars or in the Metaverse? Mars means red dust, new skies, a real adventure. The Metaverse? Digital life, endless possibilities, no bags to pack. What's your pick and why? Drop it in the comments. I'm dying to know. This isn't goodbye, it's a launch pad. Musk and Zuck aren't done, they're just heating up. Musk might land on Mars tomorrow. Zuck might drop a VR bomb next week. You're part of it now, watching, learning, picking what's next. Their competition's your playground. Faster cars, wilder worlds, all because they won't stop. So keep your eyes peeled, your English sharp, and your dreams big. Who rules tech? Maybe it's you, grabbing their ideas and running with them. Thanks for riding along. See you in the next story, where we'll chase more legends and more English gold. Let's keep the future rolling.
Thanks for watching English Starline. Subscribe now to keep learning English through the amazing stories of famous lives.